Have you ever noticed something strange? Two people can earn the exact same salary, live in the same city, and even work in the same office. Yet 10 years later, one has a growing investment portfolio, financial freedom, and peace of mind, while the other is still worried about the next credit card bill. What changed? Not their income, not their intelligence, not even their opportunities. The silent difference between high income and real wealth isn't how much money comes in. It's what happens after it arrives. And once you see that difference, you'll never measure wealth the same way again. Imagine two coworkers. Both are 35 years old. Both earn $140,000 a year. Both receive annual raises and generous bonuses. On paper, they're equally successful, but their lives slowly begin to separate. The first upgrades almost everything after every raise. A luxury SUV replaces the old sedan. The newest iPhone arrives every September. Weekend dinners become expensive habits instead of special occasions. A larger apartment feels like the natural reward for working hard. The second person makes only one upgrade: their investment account. At first, the difference is almost invisible, but wealth rarely announces itself in the beginning. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings about money. People think wealth is something you can see: a beautiful house, luxury vacations, designer clothes, a premium coffee every morning. But most of those things aren't signs of wealth. They're signs of spending. Real wealth usually stays hidden. It's the investment account nobody talks about, the emergency fund nobody posts online, the retirement portfolio growing quietly in the background. Ironically, the richest part of someone's financial life is often completely invisible. Why does this happen? Because our brains weren't designed for long-term investing. They were designed for immediate rewards. Every purchase gives your brain a small dopamine boost. Buying something new feels exciting. Investing rarely feels exciting. Watching money leave your checking account and disappear into an index fund isn't emotionally satisfying. At least not today. That's why delayed gratification feels difficult. Your brain rewards consumption immediately. Your future rewards investing much later. The problem is that most people trust today's emotions more than tomorrow's math. Then lifestyle inflation quietly enters the picture. This isn't a dramatic event. It's almost impossible to notice while it's happening. You receive a raise, your apartment gets slightly nicer, your car payment gets slightly bigger, streaming subscriptions multiply, coffee becomes a daily habit instead of an occasional treat. Vacation budgets slowly grow. Nothing seems unreasonable by itself, but together, every small upgrade quietly absorbs every extra dollar you earn. Soon, a six-figure salary starts feeling ordinary, not because it's small, because your lifestyle expanded to match it. Consumer culture encourages this without ever saying it directly. Advertisements rarely tell you to become wealthy. They tell you to look successful. Finance a new SUV, upgrade your phone, use buy now, pay later, earn travel points, collect rewards. Everything feels affordable because everything can be divided into monthly payments. But monthly payments create a dangerous illusion. They shrink the purchase in your mind while extending the cost into your future. A $900 monthly car payment doesn't feel as painful as seeing a $60,000 price tag. Yet both represent the same money leaving your future. Here's where the silent difference becomes obvious. High-income earners often ask, "Can I afford this?" Wealth builders ask, "What does this cost besides money?" That second question changes everything. A luxury car isn't only transportation. It's years of insurance, maintenance, depreciation, opportunity cost. Most importantly, it's the investment growth that money could have generated instead. Financially successful people don't only calculate expenses, they calculate possibilities. Imagine investing $900 every month instead of using it for a luxury vehicle payment. Assuming an average annual return of around 8%, that money could grow to well over $500,000 after 20 years. The payment ends, the investment keeps working. That's the power of compound growth. It quietly rewards patience while consumer debt quietly rewards impatience. Neither feels dramatic in the beginning. Both become dramatic over time. There's another psychological trap few people notice: identity spending. Sometimes we aren't buying products. We're buying identities. The expensive gym membership says we're disciplined. The luxury watch says we've made it. The premium apartment says we're successful. The newest phone says we're keeping up. None of these purchases are really about the object. They're about the story we hope other people believe. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are too busy trying to protect their own image to pay much attention to yours. People with real wealth often think differently. They don't feel pressure to constantly prove success, because wealth creates confidence. When your emergency fund is full, when your investments continue growing, when your bills don't keep you awake at night, you no longer need expensive purchases to convince yourself you're doing well. Financial security becomes your status symbol, even if nobody else ever sees it. This doesn't mean wealthy people never enjoy life. They absolutely do. They travel, they buy nice things, they celebrate success. The difference is timing. They usually allow assets to buy liabilities, not the other way around. They let investments grow first, then they spend from strength instead of borrowing from the future. That's a completely different relationship with money. Here's something worth remembering. High income creates options. Real wealth protects those options. A large salary can disappear with a layoff, a recession, or a health emergency. A well-built investment portfolio continues working even while you sleep. Income depends on your time. Wealth continues earning after your workday ends. That's the silent difference most people never notice. So if you want one question to change every financial decision you make, remember this. Don't ask whether something fits your monthly budget. Ask whether it fits the future you're trying to build. Because real wealth isn't measured by the size of your paycheck. It's measured by how many choices your money gives you tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video and want more psychology-based insights that help you build real wealth instead of just looking wealthy, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.